Today, 3. Alright.
In Indiana, it's illegal to sell milk or cold soft drinks in a liquor store, but it's not illegal to sell unrefrigerated soft drinks. In Iowa, it's illegal to run a tab or consume any sort of alcoholic beverage after close of the bar. In Missouri, if you're under the age of 21, it's illegal for you to take the trash out if it has even one empty container of alcohol, and you can be charged with possession of an alcoholic beverage. In North Dakota, it's illegal to serve beer and pretzels at the same time. And then in Wisconsin, if you're under the age of 21, you can enter a bar or drink with a parent or guardian or a spouse that's over the age of 21. I look at these laws and I wonder, are the states here trying to control our alcohol consumption? Or here in Wisconsin even, is it becoming where they are allowing us the control and hoping that we'll become more responsible with our alcohol consumption? But no matter where you look, all across the United States we're abusing alcohol, and we're the ones that need to recognize and control the situation. Now, alcohol abuse is either habitual drinking, or occasional binge drinking, or uses of alcohol repeatedly in dangerous situations or poor circumstances. But there's a difference between alcohol abuse and alcohol dependency or alcoholism that people don't realize. Alcoholism is people develop a dependence on the alcohol and a constant need for the alcohol. They also develop a tolerance for the alcohol that allows them to continue drinking until they actually feel the effects. Their tolerance really builds up. They lose control over all of their drinking. They don't control when they can drink or when they want to drink. And they develop such a craving for it that also adds to the loss of control. Now, we can control our drinking and our alcohol abuse by drinking in moderation, which is going to be very different for men and women. Women have less water in their body, which allows them to consume less alcohol, or has them consume less alcohol because they'll actually feel the effects of it faster. Women can have either 7 drinks per week or up to 3 drinks per occasion, whereas men can have up to 14 drinks per week or 4 drinks per occasion, and that's considered moderate drinking, as long as you do it over a period of time. And as far as drinks go, what I mean is you can have either a beer, 6 ounces of wine, or a mixed drink. All of these contain 5/8 of an ounce of alcohol in them, so they're actually all equal. You can mix the beer and the liquor and the wine. Neither of them will get you drunk faster or slower. Then when you move on to where you're actually abusing alcohol, doing shots, things like this shot is going to be 1.25 ounces, which is equivalent to having 2 beers or 2 drinks of any sort. And this is a shot that is 1.5 ounces, and that's equivalent to having almost 3 beers or 3 drinks of some sort. And those are done obviously in a very short period of time instead of over the extended period of time like drinking a beer or drinking a mixed drink. There are different ways to determine whether you or a family or friend has any sort of alcohol abuse or alcohol problems. You can ask yourself some different questions like, do my family and friends worry about me or my drinking? Have they ever said anything about my drinking? Have I ever said I'm not going to drink, and then later on in the day I do end up drinking? Have I ever had to borrow money from family or friends to support my drinking? Have I ever blacked out or not remembered a situation when I've been drinking, or have I ever lost friends over my drinking? And then with other family or friends, there are some patterns that you might notice. People will frequently start to drink alone, whether it's at home or out at a bar. There's problems develop with their work, school, family and friends. They develop health problems and sometimes legal problems, whether they're minor or major legal problems. Do they drink to relax before going out to a social event or an occasion, before they even leave the house? Or do they frequently lose control of the drinking once they've started drinking? Do they use drinking to cope with the life situations that they have going on? Or has there been a sudden increase in their drinking and their drinking habits? And there's different ways to control your drinking. You can drink knowing your limits and drinking in moderation, knowing how much you can drink before you start to feel ill, how much over a period of time. There's resources on the internet that can actually show you that one beer in an hour, I would be about a 0.33 once I got done drinking that beer in that hour. And you can look and see, okay, if I drink this many drinks in this amount of time, how am I going to feel? Experiment, eat while you're drinking, especially foods that are high in protein, such as peanuts, or having some cheese and crackers with your drinks, or just alternating your drinks. Drink a beer, drink a glass of wine, then switch to water or soda, and kind of break up that drinking that you're doing. Sometimes that doesn't work, and it's more of a problem, so work on substituting things for drinking, whether it's exercise, calling a family or friend to help, going out with family or friends that don't drink, or forcing yourself to go to different things where there's alcohol isn't served. And if it's even more of an issue, you can actually get help, whether it's from your doctor, or a family or friend, pastor, or actual counselor. So if you've just found that there's problems in family, friends, or even yourself, think about your different actions and ways that you can get help, or ways that you can help somebody else. There's nothing wrong with drinking, especially drinking in moderation. It's actually found that it's very healthy for you to drink in moderation on a regular basis. But once the abuse of alcohol starts, that's when all the problems start, whether it's illegal, family, work, or whatnot. A person can also either harm themselves or harm the people that are around them once the abuse starts. And there are lots of resources out there, especially with the internet that we have. So there's always going to be some place to turn.
Did we make it through that?